Today we've got a trip involving the people from our trip to Tasmania next year, and the idea is that we'll all get together, we'll ride, we'll all bring our trailers, and that way with our trailers we'll be able to see what we're doing, what our footprint is, but when we go to pull up somewhere, that this is how much room we're going to take up, because it's fairly important to know, because there's a couple of spots I want to go that are fairly small in regards to the parking space. So I want to be able to make sure that we'll actually fit into there. I have a feeling that we won't fit into one of them, and that'll be day one when we get to Tassie. So there may be one less waterfall. So yeah, bit of sun in the eyes there. So early morning. What are we? About 7:30. So 7:30 Queensland time, 8:30 for the rest of the eastern states in Australia. What's the old joke? Queensland 1 hour and 20 years behind. So yeah, we'll ride down, meet at a spot at Marburg, and then from Marburg we'll wind our way across through the Scenic Rim, and we'll have lunch at the Scenic Rim Brewery, which is a bit of downtown Toowoomba. Beautiful old buildings, Spotted Cow. It's a very iconic pub and steak restaurant. So if you're in Toowoomba, get down to that. It's great. Right, so we're just coming into a bit of a meet-up point. Expect to be the first one here, and hopefully we'll have about 10 motorcycles or 10 Spyders here, maybe 9 Spyders and one two-wheeler. Oh yeah, we're going to make it beautiful. I expect to be the first one here. I don't think anybody else will be here before me, and if they are, they've got an issue. Here we go. Got a fair few Spyders and motorbikes today, so we're away. Keith's in. There's Greggy. Get some good pictures out of this. A couple on either side. Wait for them all to go down and do a U-turn. Good old stop sign. There's Bernie and Pete. They're running a tad late, so we've picked them up. That's really good. Hopefully they can scoot around, get on the back. Coming into to Marburg, the first of our little towns that we'll go through today. It's an absolute beautiful little town. It's little coffee shops, parks, etc. Looking green at the moment, bit of brown though, she's got a bit of heat. So that's where we're going. Scenic Rim, magic. Gosh, I can't see that in my rear vision mirror at all. There's a big line of us, massive line of us. It's a beautiful bit of a ride down through Rosewood. Just enjoy the bendies going down. There's the Scenic Rim down there in the distance. Stay there, buddy. Good on you. I thought he was coming out then. So today's about taking a big group. We've got 11 or 12 Spyders in amongst us there. There's a fair few, and one two-wheeler as well. The idea is that we're teaching these people how to ride in a large group on a tour. So we're taking a touring group. So when you're taking a large group on a tour, when I say a large group, we've got, I think at the moment we've got nine Spyders going, and we've got 16 people, so that's a fairly large group to take on a multi-week tour. So the idea is that we'll take those people on this tour today, get them used to riding in a large group, keeping an eye on each other, keeping an eye on the person in front so you can keep up, keeping an eye on the person behind you to make sure they haven't pulled off with a mechanical or another fault. So just planning those things and a bit of prior preparation will make the trip so much better when you all get together to do your multi-week or your multi-day tour. So a bit of practice, which is what today's about, and we'll chuck in a nice lunch as well, so we can get an understanding of, hey, when you're parking that many Spyders, especially with trailers, because we're all taking trailers with us, you take up a lot of space. So getting an understanding of how much space you actually take up when you pull up somewhere is really important. So yeah, that's what today's about, but also about enjoyment, having fun on your Spyder, taking a few back roads so that we've got less traffic to deal with, so we can get used to things without the traffic. So, you know, rather than doing it on a multi-lane highway to start with, a bit of country road, which is what we're going to do, and eventually we'll spit out onto a big highway. So, you know, told these people, ride your own bike. So when you have to turn the corner, don't wait and see if that, you know, it's just because somebody in front went doesn't mean to say I can go. So understanding those things, that, you know, when it's your turn to stop, you stop. Don't just follow the person in front. So it's a bit of that sort of thing as well. So hopefully today we can get those things together, get some nice photos later on of all the Spyders, and get some photos of the place we're going for lunch. Should be a great day. I'll add those into the video, and make a nice record for the people that are going. They can follow that. That's the part of today as well, is that these people can actually follow what we're doing and see it all back. Okay, so we're coming up to this highway crossing. So this is where I said to people, ride your own bike. So I'm hoping everybody takes notice and actually switches on, doesn't fret. That's why I said don't fret. Give people a bit of warning what you're going to do after it. 6k's down the road, we're going to turn off, and they'll find the turn off then if they get lost. So yeah, hopefully everyone gets out and across the highway okay. So we should do. Yeah, there's already traffic coming to the right, so we'll get some of us, but not all of us. Get as many as we can. 1, 2. So we got 3. No, we've got car. So, yeah. Well, it was the perfect example why a day like today is really good. We turned off the highway and had one of the people who had their esky that they were going to take with them on their trip tied to the top of their trailer, and it wasn't tied great because we, as I said, been over bumpy country roads, which is what they're going to experience. So it's highlighted that maybe my trailer and my esky needs to be better put together, so that'll give them a bit of time before they travel to put it all together. So that's the idea of today. So there you go. If you're planning trips, check things out before you go. We're just coming down through the Summerland area, they call this, so it's still in the Scenic Rim. There's a camel place here which the guys have been to before for lunches, which are pretty good, and we're going to go through some little small towns and corners, etc., and then we'll head up to Muggera Dam for a stop. So we'll see you up at Muggera. Another one of these tricky little intersections. This time it looks like we've got plenty of get up and go. Through, accelerate through, get out. Oh, it's what a beautiful day. 30 degrees, which is, or 29, which is nice and warm, but yeah, just glorious conditions, no haze, it's just beautiful. So the roads are testing us out a bit. There's a bit of bump on these roads around here. A bit of rain, so a bit of bump in them. We'll test everyone's trailers and suspension and stuff like that we need to test before we go. We've got most of us on there. That hill up there, it's beautiful, that hill. Magic. That's what the Scenic Rim's really known for, is those big rocks, just those massive big rocky outcrops that smash up around the place. It's just wonderful. Okay, so we're coming up to the dam here. I'm going to turn to the dam. So once again, this is giving people that practice of keeping an eye on the person behind them when you turn off into a scenic site or turn off onto a road that you're going into, plus making them look ahead. So all those things, so good practice for a whole gamut of things. So yeah. A few of these sort of things we get the Tassie too, these grates. Some people take them at an angle, take them straight on, because if you take them at an angle you will come off because you'll go sideways. Bit bumpy down through here. There's a few jet skis in the water down there. Bit of gravel. in. There's a bit of blue water, so it's a pretty decent sized lake. It's a man-made lake. Used to be called the dam, now called the lake, but yeah, it's man-made. I think it's a water supply for somewhere, but it's also really good for skiing and fishing, so it gets a bit of everything. It should be a pretty dirty looking lake at the moment because we've had a lot of rain of late, so it'll be washing all the loose soil down into it. Grids, magic, straight across him. Beautiful. Geez, that'd be a nice place to live, wouldn't it? Overlooking the lake, just glorious. On the road again. We've had about a 20-minute stop at the lake, a bit of a lake stretch, answered questions, had Greg fall out of his wheelchair, so we're back on the road again. So I've now got Greg behind me, so someone different again. That's good that people are mixing that up. That's awesome, and we'll see if people can work out who wants to be tail ends and things like that. About 8 kilometres down the road to lunch, and it says at the moment 11:58, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're spot on time. Ready, set, go. Way to Mount Alfred, which is just down the road here from Muggera. You can see it's pretty dirty, lots of motorbikes in this area. It's a popular area for motorcyclists, so yeah, see a fair few around. what it is with Queensland roads, but they keep putting all these off-camber corners everywhere in the road. So in other words, the road's leaning away from where you're actually going. So for example, this one, the road's leading to the inside. You see it's where your water will run off. Whereas that one back further, the water would run off to the outside of the curve. You can see this one's inside, which is good. What a beautiful day. A few little corners here for people. They should enjoy that. Oof, they were doing that before lunch, not after. Ladies and gents, just the odd motorcycle of 30, bob or trike, world's most dangerous piece of equipment. Some different bits of road here. This will give the guys a bit of an idea what it's like to tow a trailer on roads that are winding and getting a bit of elevation about it. We're not getting too much, but just a little bit. There's a few people that have only towed a trailer on a straight bit of road, and this has been probably a good experience for them. So I'm really happy with how the day's gone, apart from Greg falling out of his wheelchair, the poor bugger. He'll work on that one. We now know, don't let Greg stop on a bit of side road that's got a bit of an angle. Get him level as possible on the side of the road. Go down to Mount Elford. And this is the other bit of experience, which is towing your trailer down a hill. So it's yeah, interesting for people to understand how to get down a hill as well as go up one. Look at that view. That is something special. Wish I wasn't controlling the handlebars. I'd be really enjoying that view. couple of more dodgy corners and we'll be there. Eyes are open, a little bit of air in. She's a warm one at 30, so it's going to get hotter though. So we're just coming into the tail of spring here in Australia, heading towards the summer. Usually December's not as hot. January, February are two hottest months, but yeah, should be some warm weather coming up. Bit of kit, well set out for touring around. $60, mate, not $80. Anyway, he's obviously in a hurry, not wanting to enjoy the ride.